In the native forest and rugged coastline of the Waitakere Ranges Regional Park is a tramping trip named after New Zealand's great mountaineer Sir Edmund Hillary. The 70-kilometre trail is not a walk in the park, but a chance for well-prepared trampers to experience the dramatic and spectacular terrain found in the Waitakere Ranges. A group of trampers have agreed to let us follow their journey as they attempt a challenging 4-day tramp on the trail.
We're going to see some glorious views. I'm really looking forward to seeing the trees and the birds. It's just going to be a nice adventure with great company, and we're well led, so we're not going to get lost. The track is all marked, so there should be no problems at all.
There's a map showing our whole route here. You want to have a look? Our first camp is down here, Tuia, and then we're going to camp on the west coast, and then the last one's up on a farm, so they're all quite varied camps. And then we're going to walk out the last day back up to the scenic drive and come out where the cars are parked. Okay? Great. Okay. We're off.
Well, throughout much of my father's life, he went out there and walked the trails, and of course we built a little classic New Zealand batch out, perched on the top of a cliff. He had a real presence out there and he loved it. In fact, he dreamed up a lot of his big expeditions when he was out there on the west coast. And I think a number of people felt that that coastline personified, you know, what Ed Hillary was all about, that adventurous spirit, you know, the wildness of the landscape.
Well, the connection is through my mother. My grandfather bought some land out on the coast near White's Beach. As soon as I was born, I used to come out to the beach with the family, and we had a little house out there, a little hut really. We used to spend quite long holidays here over summer and in the weekends and all the family.
Did you want any help?
No, I'm right.
We'll take the salami in the dish.
Yeah, we'll just put that in the dish.
Okay. It was fairly easy today because we had quite a lot of nice formed tracks, and then we had some road walking at the end, but through the middle we had some typical Waitakere's mud. Yeah, we had a bit of mud up to our ankles in places, and a few routes to negotiate. So you need to know how to walk along the routes without slipping over. But it was a great day, really nice. We're anticipating it to be a bit harder and longer tomorrow, but everything's been kind to us. The weather's been kind, everything's worked well. This is a gorgeous campsite, so it's just lovely.
If a multi-day trip is not your thing, there are other ways you can experience the beauty of the trail. There is access to short segments of the track that range from an hour's walk to a full day's hike. Running the trail is also very popular, but this demands a high level of fitness.
The group is called Girls on Top, and there are also men who are involved as well, and they're called the Boys on the Side. So we ran part of the Hillary Trail for the opening of the Hillary Trail. The part we ran was from Uriwai to Piha, and it took us 5.5 hours. And that's because we did walk up the hills. We didn't try to run up every single hill. And it was just amazing. And then a few weeks later, my friends convinced me that we should run the rest of it. So we went from Arataki, which is, I understand, the correct way to go, and went to Piha, and that took just under 9 hours. And it was just amazing. It was the most beautiful route. 1 minute you're out on a walkway like this, and then the next minute you're running through the bush and you're going up and down and across the sand, and so it's just this huge range, and it's just beautiful.
Day 2 was pretty hard. Yeah, so Nick worked out on his altimeter that we did something like 3,000 foot ascent and descent by the end. So yeah, it's up and down and up and down, and on legs that haven't tramped for a while, it's pretty hard going.
Nick's got a blister over here, and Sarah's shoes are falling apart, and the heels have come off her shoes, which is, and you can see Nick's done a marvellous lacing job on her boot there to get it together again, and some nice stunning views up here coming from Kari up towards Piha, yes, looking up, and we've had some marvellous weather, just a bug biting there, but which is really nice to catch nice weather in here.
Actually walking along the beach was fantastic, just so rugged and beautiful, and the black sand and everything else, so that was really nice, and actually doing it in bare feet was really nice as well. Nice for the feet to have a bit of time out of the boot, so that was great.
Well, I think the region is a wonderful opportunity to experience New Zealand's temperate rainforest, this parkland right beside our largest city that goes over to the west and just plunges into the sea. So a lot of the trail goes along this incredibly exciting and picturesque coastline. It's an exciting trail.
When people have walked the Hillary Trail, they will feel that they've really achieved a huge amount because it is a really long way and it's a huge variety of terrain, and it's actually very tough. So I think it will be a real achievement for people, and I think that that is a wonderful thing for people to have, that opportunity to do a very long trail. It's just like doing the Rootburn or the Milford Track, and it's just as beautiful. So I think people feel a huge sense of achievement when they get to the end.
And when this was suggested, I thought, oh, what's a Waitakere? That's, you know, kind of ho-hum, that's fine. I didn't worry too much about preparation. And I'm really impressed now because it was not a cakewalk at all.
Make sure you've got the right gear, make sure you've got the right food, make sure you know how to put a tent up. Just do it right and it's achievable. Beautiful.
We made it. Head for the showers.
Yay! Yay, we did it. That was our Everest and we did it.